Hi, my name is Pat McAvery, and this video is one of a series of what it was like to edit video on tape in the not necessarily so good old days. Today's episode, we're going to go through the equipment that we're going to be working with here as we produce a video on tape to put on YouTube. When you're editing video on tape, you have to have a couple of tape decks. One is the editing deck, where you're actually editing the video, and that's where the master tape is coming from, and a source deck, which is where your raw footage is being fed into the system. I can go through a mixer, which allows you to fade up from black, fade down to black, put in special effects, and do other wild and crazy things in the day. And then it's nice to have an edit controller, which this actually controls both tape decks so that they are synced up together, and you can set your in and out points for your edits on both decks. This tape deck here is our source deck. It's where the raw footage goes in, and then we roll through the tape to figure out what shots you wanted to use. In between the source deck and the editor would be some sort of a switcher. So this is kind of a prosumer version of the day. It allowed you to hook up to 4 different sources and switch between them and be able to fade to black and add in fancy wipes. The heart of the whole thing is the editing deck here, and so you've put your master tape in there, record your audio tracks down, throw in the video as needed, and in the end, that's what's going to be what you have your finished video on. So here is our video monitor for the source deck, and over here is our monitor for the edit deck. So that's going to be the program monitor, as it were. We have another little monitor I set up here called the preview monitor, and so that's hooked up to the switcher to let you know what's going to happen after you've switch from one shot to another in the dissolve or run some sort of digital video effect. Ultimately, if you have all of these other decks, it would be nice to have a monitor on each one of them, which is why in a TV control room you see monitors on everything, so they can see all the sources coming in. It's been a brief tour of the equipment that we're going to use to make a video on tape for YouTube. Hang on through the next episodes and we'll start putting this thing together.